it's Liberation Day in D.C. Well, at least that's what Trump is calling it after announcing his next move for cracking down on crime and homelessness in the nation's capital.
Our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs and homeless people. And we're not going to let it happen anymore. We're not going to take it.
So 800 members of the D.C. National Guard are expected to be deployed. This means military police, medical support, and even aviation units will be supporting local law enforcement.
The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any search. So and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want.
The major points Trump made alongside his appointees were the need for cracking down on juvenile crimes, serving law and order.
What I can tell you is this. I see too much violent crime being committed by young punks who think that they can get together in gangs and crews and beat the hell out of you or anyone else. They don't care where they are, but they know that we can't touch them. Why? Because the laws are weak. I can't touch you if you're 14, 15, 16, 17 years old and you have a gun.
And Trump doesn't want to see this federal crime crackdown in just D.C. He wants to see it in sanctuary cities as well.
We have other cities also that are bad, very bad. You look at Chicago, how bad it is. You look at Los Angeles, how bad it is. New York has a problem. And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone. We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to lose our cities over this. And this will go further. We're starting very strongly with D.C., and we're going to clean it up real quick, very quickly, as they say.
Trump mentioned recent juvenile crimes like a former DOJ staffer being brutally beaten by teens after trying to intervene in an attempted carjacking, and teens shooting at one another in Navy Yard over the weekend. Because of that, a Navy Yard curfew was put into place until Wednesday, banning teens 17 years old and younger from gathering past 8 p.m. A citywide curfew is in place from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. until August 31st. Trump also claimed that D.C. had higher crime rates than countries notoriously known for crime.
The murder rate in Washington today is higher than that of Bogota, Colombia, Mexico City, some of the places that you hear about as being the worst places on earth, much higher.
He's also putting D.C.'s homeless crisis into federal hands as well, no matter what it takes.
And we're getting rid of the slums, too. We have slums here. We're getting rid of them. I know it's not politically correct. You'll say, oh, so terrible. No, we're getting rid of the slums where they live.
He also touched on the possibility of reclassifying marijuana as a less dangerous drug.
We're looking at it. Some people like it, some people hate it. Some people hate the whole concept of marijuana because if it does bad for the children, it does bad for people that are older than children. But we're looking at reclassification, and we'll make a determination over the next, I would say, over the next few weeks. And that determination hopefully will be the right one. It's a very complicated subject, the subject of marijuana.
Mayor Muriel Bowser responded to Trump's federal takeover of the district's police agencies, saying she wasn't surprised.
I've said before, and I'll repeat, that I believe that the president's view of D.C. is shaped by his COVID-era experience during his first term. And it is true that those were more challenging times related to some issues. It is also true that we experienced a crime spike post-COVID, but we worked quickly to put laws in place and tactics that got violent offenders off our streets and gave our police officers more tools, which is why we have seen a huge decrease in crime because of those efforts. We have been able to reverse that 2023 crime spike. This year, crime isn't just down from 2023, it's also down from 2019, before the pandemic, and we're at a 30-year violent crime low. We're not satisfied. We haven't taken our foot off the gas, and we continue to look for ways to make our cities.
After Trump's press conference, protesters gathered in downtown D.C. near the White House.